Hello everyone. So this is going to be a bit of a video with a difference this time. First of all, we've got the beautiful Christmas tree behind me, which I really wanted for this video, and I have placed everything in the right places to be able to get that behind me and sorted out the lights and sat on the floor and everything. So much hassle just for a pretty Christmas tree in the background. I don't know why it doesn't really go with the theme of this, but this is a bit of a difference. It's not going to be a reading, although I am going to be doing a reading later, like a Christmas reading, so that will kind of go with the theme. But this is all about manifesting with the moon cycles this time. So for those who are interested in manifesting what they want in their lives, so if you've got dreams, if you've got goals, if you've got visions for your future, things you want to invite into your life, this is a way of helping you to do just that, to welcome in those things that you really want. It's a bit of an exercise to try. It's just being aware of like how different stages in the month or the year can help you to sorry, lose my voice, can help you to invite those things into your life, how to kind of go with how you're feeling as well, and how to go with the moon cycles, because strangely the moon is connected to our energy. Okay, so with everybody in the world has different energies within them. You have a masculine energy and a feminine energy. Everyone has these. So the masculine energy is all about taking action. It's about being organised, structured, making decisions, doing, rather than being. So it's more sort of forward thinking. It's being focused, being driven, I don't know if I've said those already, but it's more action orientated, whereas the feminine energy is more resting, receiving, being in the flow. It's more being rather than doing. It's just kind of taking it easy. So it's being nurturing. It's more about receiving rather than giving, things like that. And we all have those parts of us within us. Sometimes we want to take a rest, sometimes we want to take action. That's just kind of like the easiest way of saying it. And the moon is the same. So if you notice, I don't know if you've ever looked at the moon, but you have obviously when it's a full moon it's just pure white, and then when it's a new moon you've got dark, and then in between you've got the light and the dark. Okay, so this is all going to be about the phases of the moon and how we can incorporate our own energies with those phases, and how that helps us to invite things that we want. Okay, so this was something that I actually channeled. I thought about, like, when like in the morning you kind of, sometimes you wake up and you get these ideas, or if you're in the shower, or you get these random ideas just pop into your head now and again, and that's kind of my version of channeling, messages and things that inspired ideas and things like that to just kind of take action on, and that's what I'm kind of doing now. So this idea came about because I looked at the app that I've got like a moon app, which I will post a link down below for if you want to have a look at that. There are other apps as well. I'm sure you can find many other ones. But I was looking at this app and I looked at the phases of the moon and the dates and everything, and I was like, oh, that's strange, because I'm actually feeling like that type of energy at the moment. I can't remember which phase we were in at the time, but I really felt like I was in that energy of the moon. And I was like, okay, this is interesting. Maybe this could work in terms of, how I can go about, inviting things in that I want. So what I've done is I'm just going to go through each phase of the moon, what dates they are, and obviously you can look at the app as well and find out other dates. And then how you can use that to your advantage. Okay, so I'll start with where we're at the moment. So at the moment we are in between the new moon and the full moon. Now the new moon is generally all about taking action. It's about going for what you want, all that sort of thing. But I'll go through that at the end. And then the full moon is generally about resting, receiving, relaxing. So it's kind of in between masculine, feminine energy. So at the moment, that's where we are. We're in between, okay? So we're in what's called the first quarter, which is also known as the waxing stage, okay? Now, what this looks like, as you probably notice in the sky, you've got the dark and then the light. So you'll have the dark on the left and the light on the right, okay? And that might, at the moment, it might be sort of more curved, but this is kind of slap bang in the middle when it's half and half, okay? I believe, I can't remember what day this was. It was about 2 or 3 days ago that was like this, okay? So the dark is the masculine energy and the light is the feminine energy. So you've got yang and you've got yin, okay? So kind of like that yin yang sign, you know, that you always see. So that's what that's all about. And as I just mentioned before, the dark is, so masculine is about taking action. It's about just being sort of making decisions, taking action, things like that. And the yin is about just receiving and allowing and things like that. Okay, so at the moment, this is all about kind of setting your intentions for what you want. It's about visualizing what you want. It's about taking small baby steps. So you notice it's not a full yang, it's not like all black, so it's not, you don't have to go like fully into taking action, things like that. You don't have to go big. You can just take those small baby steps into things that you want. So this might look like, if you're looking for a new job, you might just start looking. You might send a CV off. You might post a CV onto a website or something. You might decide that you want to start looking for relationships. So you might join a dating site. You might join groups for, you know, making new friends, things like that. It's taking those little small actions, okay? And that's like the little bit of your masculine energy that's used there. And then and then the yin side, so the feminine side, the light side, is about then trusting, letting go, trusting, you know, that things are gonna, you've done what you need to do and things are gonna start happening. So I like to kind of think of it in terms of, if you're in a restaurant and you've looked at the menu and you've decided what you want, and then you place that order, and then all you do is wait. Okay, so this is a bit, the first quarter is all about that part where you're placing your order and you're letting the waitress know what you want. Okay, so at the moment that's where we're at. And then on the 12th of December, so 2 days time, we've got the full moon. Now the full moon is obviously a full white moon, okay? So white is yin, which is feminine energy. And feminine energy is all about resting, receiving, nurturing, being in the flow, trusting. It's about being, so being more rather than doing so much. Just being with yourself, being with your thoughts, like just allowing, being more present. It's about being in your feel-good energy. So I kind of like to think of it in terms of, if you're at that restaurant and you've placed your order and you're just waiting for your food, and you know that it's coming and you trust, and you're just sitting there with your friends and you're talking and you're drinking, or, you know, you're just enjoying it. You're just being, okay? So that's the full moon. So that's kind of, you know, what you should really be going with, and just trusting. And, you know, if you feel like you want to rest. That's the perfect time to do that. Okay. Then we've got, after that, you've got the waning phase, which is also known as the last quarter, when it is the opposite way to the first quarter. So you'll have the, sorry, I'll show you the big picture. You'll have the yin, so the feminine side, the light side on the left, and then the yang on the right, okay? So the last quarter is on the 19th of December, and you'll have, so this will be like you're sitting there, you're waiting for your food and everything, just using a restaurant analogy because it's the best one, and you know that it's coming, and it starts to get closer to the time of, you know, when you're going to receive your food, and you start preparing. Okay, so it's almost like you've been in that receive mode, you're still in that receive mode, you're still waiting, but you know that something's coming soon, and you start preparing, or you start seeing things come in. So you'll probably start seeing your sauces come in, and your salt and pepper and your knife and fork, and things like that, and you'll start seeing things come in. And this is about being ready and being prepared to receive. Okay, so it's about being aware, about listening to yourself. It's about being present and paying attention to those things that come in. So if you do see the knife and fork come in, it's about being grateful for that, saying thank you, all the little things that come in. So you might not see like the big thing that you want just yet, but if you start seeing little things, it's about being grateful for those. We always say thank you to the waiter and waitress when they bring the sauces and the everything over, don't we? Well, I hope so. I hope you're polite like that. But it's about being grateful for those things. And it's also about listening to yourself, and also with the yang energy. So on the right, so it's the first step is the yin energy, and the second step is the yang energy. So when you do get that inspired guidance come through, so say for instance it comes through as a thought, or I don't know, something comes to you and you like this, like for instance I've decided that I want to do this video, so it's like, yeah, I'm just going to do the video. So when you get those things come through, it's about taking that action. It's about accepting it, being grateful for it, grabbing it with two hands. So if, say for instance you've sent your CV off to a job site, and then you see a job that you really want, it's about applying for that job. It's about if you've joined a dating site and someone contacts you and you feel good about them, it's about talking to them, starting that conversation. It's about taking those little bits of inspired action. Okay, and it's really about trusting your heart, following your heart, your soul, and following your intuition. Okay, obviously if something feels really good, then go for it, because that's what this period is all about. And then finally we've got the new moon, which is on the 26th of December, which is Boxing Day. So you've had all your all your gifts and everything, you've been receiving the little gifts and all that sort of stuff at Christmas. You've gone through your full moon phase where you're receiving all those gifts and everything, and you're also giving and receiving as well, like in the last quarter, because obviously you've got the yin and yang, giving and receiving. And you're now into the new moon, so you're kind of starting the cycle again, really, with the new moon. This is all about, so the new moon is full yang, okay? It's full dark, which is masculine, and masculine is all about taking action. It's about setting your intentions for what you really want. It's kind of like you've got your food now, you're at your meal, you've got your food, you're eating it, you're really enjoying it, and then you maybe start thinking about the future again, and you start setting those intentions again for the new cycle. So this might be that you choose to have a big sundae for a dessert, and you make that big decision. And masculine energy is making big decisions, it's taking action, it's making those bigger and bolder choices and taking the leap into things. This might be like if you've applied for a job, you've then obviously got a call, accepted the job interview, and this is about going to that interview, this is about going on that date, this is about all those things. The next step is actually taking that leap, okay, making those moves and pushing yourself forward. All right, so I hope that all made sense. That is like the four main stages of the moon phases, and how that can help with kind of inviting in what you want in your life, or just going with the way you feel and your energy, and using your energy to your advantage. Okay, but yeah, let me know if that supported you well, if that made sense. If you've got any questions, just let me know with the comments down below, or just you can contact me on any of my social media links below as well. I should have said this at the start, but for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Leanne Marie. I'm an intuitive counsellor, self-discovery mentor, and intuitive card reader as well. So yeah, feel free to check out any of my work in any of the links below on my social media, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, Christmas if you don't pop on again, and obviously like, subscribe, share, whatever you want to do if you really did enjoy this and if you got something from it. Happy manifesting and I'll see you soon. Bye.